Speaking about Parzar, speaking of Parzar, did you guys check out the new look I was gonna try to do with our episodes
I started to. It looks good. I liked it.
with the video inside the picture and all?
I love
Oh,
everything you do, Trey,
I,
man.
Trey, whatever you're doing, it's perfect.
Very hard.
Is that what happened? Is that what I was? Oh, I love that. Yeah, that went right to YouTube is perfect.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Yeah, yeah, it was perfect. I
And
did
should we
like it.
change it to Shibison Nightly Talk?
Look, we can.
Yeah.
I love that we have a couple channels. We all get different content. I wish there was a place that we could like centrally kind of load it up on, like be decentralized in making it and then centrally load it somewhere. Maybe like treattech.tech. Nobody knows what that is, but that would be a good utility for it.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I agree. How about Chip is in nighttime?
Yeah, Shivazin nightly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nightly or something like that.
nighttime. That way, if we want to skip a day for whatever reason, we don't have to. We don't feel pressured. The
Mm-hmm.
pressure will kill the joy sometimes.
Mm-hmm. I
Mm,
gotcha. Absolutely.
that'd be
What do you
beautiful.
think, Trey?
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. She said, "Hey, she said that's a great idea, man. Shiba's in at night. Shiba's in at
Nighttime.
night.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I got distracted.
Oh, no worries.
Chip is in nighttime.
Yeah. Speaking of Shivas in nighttime, we had a great night last night. We didn't record, but we talked to Joey Applesauce and we talked to B Willow.
You can have me
Uh,
do this. Come on.
we got a lot of good information. Barbie, what were some of the highlights? We talked about Bone and we talked about the commission. What were some
All right, well,
other
I guess
fun stuff about?
I really have I'm trying to remember, John. You can't
Yeah, me too. It was a lot over my head. I like the way Joey talks. He's a real
I
fun.
did, I was thinking of his comic strip and that was taking place in the future and the quantumness of it and destiny. Do you remember that? And
Mhm.
such a great artist and such a great concept, all of it. I was just so impressed by it. But we did talk about decentralization a lot last night with B Willa and also Joey. Joey was real. You know what I remember? That's my takeaway. I'll tell you what my takeaway from last night was is when he had shared with us, don't be afraid to take. You don't have to hold for life. Like he said, he was kind of almost teaching us it's okay to go in and out. I mean, we all want to wait for that next time, then we want to wait for the next time, and we want to wait for the next time. He was talking about that. I don't know, he had certain technological terms for it, but at the end of the day, that's what I really got away from it. He was just like, don't be afraid. Play it, work
Take
it, learn it,
profits, right?
yeah, take that profit. Yeah. And really that was a nice thing to hear. I mean, as a holder, that's, okay, you don't want to take, so you never want to hear that. But he almost like gave permission and he said it's a good thing. Don't worry about it.
Absolutely. Exactly. People was explaining, we hold these things, especially the ones that are, and you said it, Barbie, the ones that are really low. You definitely hold on to those. You never sell for a loss. But B. Willis said, yeah, sometimes you take profit. But he also said, what we're waiting on a catalyst over here, right? That's the huge difference between, a rate project that like even Bone. Take profits on Bone, sure, if you want to. It's going to do what it's going to do. It has a high enough market. But the unique thing around this Shibarium right now and everything that Unity is building, and I just can't get over it. It's the tech laying on the ground, Barbie. You say it the best.
Oh yeah, just to sweep in and go in and get that and hold it. It's a beautiful. That's awesome. And the way you do it on a percentage wise is really the key.
Yeah, it's kind of unique opportunity because me and you could.
Why are you acting like that?
How am I acting?
We couldn't go in here and buy 1% of XRP. Let's just say there ain't no way we could do it, but we could still walk in here and buy 1% of Pawsar. Somebody bought 5% of Pawsar today. How much did they spend on it? $2,700, $2,100. Pretty damn good.
22, yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Pretty damn buy. Last night you could have bought 1% of Pazar for about, there was 328 a piece. So 80 of those times 3, 80 times 3, around 220, 240 bucks. You could have bought 1% of Pazar. Now there's only 10,000 tokens, like we were saying earlier. One of the scarce on the whole entire planet. And to buy a percentage of the entire supply for 200 bucks, today it costs about 700 because, well, a little bit less because you're buying 80 tokens at $7 and something a piece. That was the one I know. I sent it to, it came out. I looked at the total count bar. You know, that's how I like to do it. I saw it fast. I thought it said 1,000 tokens. So I bought 200 of them for, what was it? It was $2 a piece. I bought 200 of them. Was that 400 bucks or something? Okay. Well, I thought I'd bought 20% of the entire supply. So I started sending it to people to loosen up my wallet. I didn't have 20% laying in the wallet. So I started anybody that I had their wallet. And what happened was it was $72 by the time I was sending it to folks. You know, within minutes. Yeah, within minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
incredible. It shot straight up. It came out of a secret chat. Now, did y'all see that mirroring effect today with Pazar, Pause Zone, X Fund, and Fund? And it was Gowdy talking about a mirror. They kept showing a mirror. And Reggie said, yo, John, the mirror effect is that Pazar has the same number of tokens as X Fund, or it did till they factored in that burn. B. Willa, we burning some of that shit tonight out on the fire, ain't we?
I know that's right. I seen the spark.
Does anything come back out of that fire after it's burnt, after it gets in there? No, sir. No, sir. Nothing comes out of that burn address. So those 2,000 tokens over at Pause are never coming back. 2,000 out of 10. Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. I mean, you just can't go wrong with this shit. Whoever created it really had thought everything through. But yeah, I'll be honest with you, John. I was I was kind of lollygagging with my bills and stuff, and I, didn't do it till this afternoon. And I was like, maybe tomorrow. It was $3. By the time I got it, was 11. I was like,
I almost bought some too, because you can't pass up on that. It's just too damn.
I know, and you kept telling me I should have. I was just like, forget it.
Harvey, I didn't do it 2 days in a row. I said, I should buy that. I was like,
it's all good. It's all good. Hey, serves me well.
We've got enough for everybody. That's the good thing about these tokens. B. Willa said, look, you can get these things so damn cheap that you can just fill up a wallet. And then later on, when it matures, you can take care of higher, what was it? Continent? Yeah. B. Willa said, get a wallet for each continent on the earth. And then, because the shit is deflating, it's just going to go up and up and up.
Yeah. Well, anyway, the good news, it's already at 13. So we've already made some money.
Oh my God.
No, $10 in less than a day. $10 in less than a day.
That's crazy. It's up 260% right now. Pause I guess. Yeah. That's nuts.
Yeah, I think Reggie just posted something earlier in the chat on that. It was up like 269.
Jesus Christ. That's amazing. That's amazing. And the good thing is, the thing I really like about that is that it's from the same deployer as Treat, Hachi. What were some of the other ones? The special Shiba Inu. That's really, really exciting, because what happens is, let's just say it blows up next week, right? It starts taking traction. Well, they're going to, that Treat came from that deployer, and they're going to put 2 and 2 together. And that's going to start it more naturally. That's going to get that Fibonacci curve going more naturally. And I'm going to tell you what, right now, you couldn't stop it if you wanted to. The train is all in motion.
Just exciting. Can you imagine? From Pazar, you started that shit this week, between you and Trey. Trey actually called it out before anything else. He's like, let me put together a little video, throw out that Pazar thing, as that you're famous for in that round circle. And then right after that night, you started talking about it. Damn.
How bizarre.
How bizarre. It is a good concept. The concept of a bazaar. I guess a bazaar is like a outdoor market type of thing. Did y'all see that video? It was a futuristic movie of some type, and they put on the glasses and they walked out into that open air field, and they were in a different dimensional mall. Did y'all see that? What movie was that from? Tomorrowland. Pretty cool.
I think so.
Cool.
Yeah.
It just reminded me of shopping on a VR, or just shopping in the internet. Even, if you go in right mall.
Yeah, it reminded me of almost. Well, yeah, you could almost shop that way when we were inside the MetaVerse, inside the Infiniverse, when we were doing that thing, and we got all the properties and the apartments and penthouses and all that stuff in the stores. And then the stores allowed you, for every door that was inside that store, you could walk in, and then when you walk through one of those doors, it would take you to that website directly. So you could
Pretty
go.
dope.
Dion had set up what graffiti. What was it called? Graffiti Islands. Yeah, Graffiti Islands, and then inside of there was the what was that called? King Spray. Yeah, King Spray. The graffiti art, and you could go inside there and play that.
That's really dope.
And like you could share your own artwork and everything else. It was awesome. Now, we still got property sitting over there. Plenty of area. That's one thing I haven't took off yet, man. But even after you buy it, you can rent it out. You can rent out spaces. You could actually sell the property that you have if you wanted to, or whatever. But it was good.
So, like about 6 or 8 or 9 months ago, I was looking into all the Shiba lore, all the little assets that I could find that were around the new ecosystem. It was before I found Treat. It was just finding the Suka the dragons and the O's and the Kaws and all of them, right? Suki, I think, was the bird. Anyways, I ran up on a couple of them. This is back when Wolfworks came out, and they were selling apartments. They were selling apartments in the Shiba metaverse. And the deal was you had to have an apartment to make babies. Now, I don't know if it was that Shibo-Shi card game that you had to have 2 characters in and make a baby in an apartment. I don't know how it was going. But like Trey was saying, you can buy and sell those apartments. Now, I haven't heard anything about it since. I literally had to, find it myself back then. But I see it coming back in a big way, probably sooner than we think. Now, me and Barbie and Trey and B Willa, we all made sure we got a little bit of land over there in that metaverse, so we could do whatever we wanted when the time came. But these apartments, just putting 3 and 3 together, Trey, I bet they need people to build apartments and you see what I'm saying? You got a space
inside the Shibarium Shibaverse or whatever it's called.
Exactly. Build a set of apartments. Barbie says build them high as you can, build them as high as you can, and then rent them out. Let them make some babies.
You could buy out the building, and I think it was 100 floors high.
Wow.
That's where we were allowed to spell our name. Like you had an emblem, and you could change each one of them, and we ended up spelling out the name of it.
Right. Each floor.
We ended up getting John ended up getting Crypto Blast building built there too.
That's right.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That one's in the
nice.
Right? Facebook in the Oculus.
You buy these apartments, right? As you buy these apartments, you start low. So you start on the first floor, and it's like a set price or whatever. Every time you buy a floor, it goes up about $25 all the way up.
That's super.
Nice. Yeah, Barbie, if you own your own building, you sell it for like a couple grand, like 1,000, 200, 3,000, depending on which where it's at. And inside there, they had different universes. So you had the Infiniverse, and then you had like inside the Infiniverse, there were different cities, and each city was different. So you could go to there was a crypto town, there was a downtown, there was like some gold city. It was a bunch of different ones. Well, like the most popular one, some of them apartments were $900 a piece.
Wow. Wow.
This is kind of new stuff that we haven't thought about in a long time. We've been on assets and technology and everything else, but this is This is real estate inside the metaverse, where the Sheba state will take over first, right? The Sheba state starts in the metaverse, then it moves to real property.
Right.
So this is kind of fun, Barbie. This is right up our alley.
This is, oh yeah, they're really just ingenious the way they came up with that idea, you know?
I mean, very excited about this. Speaking of NFTs, Pawsar, all this good stuff, because I see when the Pawsar stuff goes on, and it starts selling NFTs, each of those pieces of property is an NFT. So I see it kind of getting big this week. Now, my question is, should we be on the forefront of a new trend, of a new game? I know Barbie has some haikus out right now that are NFTs. I wonder if we could ask GPT to tell it all our assets as far as the haikus and the NFTs go, and ask it to gamify that, to gamify it, just like Shiboshis. And you know what we could do is even look at the gamification of Shiboshis, see if there's anything published on it. I don't know that there is. These cards, Barbie, are very expensive. They're very expensive, probably about a half a ETH or more each, probably. And I think around $10,000 a piece at one time.
And this is on the metaverse?
This is over there on OpenSeas, I believe. Yeah, OpenSeas.
Oh, OpenSeas. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay.
Their Shiboshi card game. And it's just a character. It's probably got some attributes, some superhero powers, if you will. But I think that they were laying that down for us as an example.
Okay.
What next Shiboshi? Who's going to have the next Shiboshi? Who's going to take that idea and improve on it? And I think it's for these communities to do. It's up to us. They gave us a great example, and it's like Dungeons and Dragons. How big is that? How long is that? Right.
Okay.
Shiboshis maybe, but they don't have the name for it. We got the name.
If it wasn't for Dungeons and Dragons, bro, I don't think there'd be a Pokemon or Magic's cards and shit.
Yep.
It led the way, man.
That's really.
Since we're on that, since we're on the gaming thing, what's up with the Shiba Gaming Guild? The play to earn that you posted about the other day?
I saw something about that. I saw it on Pawsar.
There's something about play to earn. So it's probably going to be kind of sandboxy, maybe even like just regular arcade games. I don't know. I'll have to look into it.
Really? The only thing I know about a gaming guild, I met a girl that was in a gaming guild in Vegas when we went to that MetaVerse convention. And she was in the, what's the one where they got dragons, Trey? They fly around with dragons and shit. They go to the Ja Rule concert. I can't remember the name of that land.
I don't know.
But her name is Shelly. Shout out to Shelly. She's in a dragon guild. And it's an art thing. She's an artist. They were building I don't know the software that they build that in. It's some pretty good look. It looks like PlayStation 3 to me, if you ask me. But they've been working on that for a long time, and I heard Unity was with them. Who is it? You got the Sandbox, Trey? Who else you got? Let me get that drink out. This is the drink from the MetaVerse convention right here, and it's going to have their name on it. This is a Crypto Blast. This is what you can do with a can. So you got your regular Crypto Blast emblem, but you see how this whole can is designed.
Oh yeah, Lands of the Meta. Yeah.
See that multiverse up at the very top? That's what Trey was talking about, where those apartments were in the multiverse.
The multiverse
is because they, like Trey said, it'll take you to any internet site. So they're interoperative. And then you've got the Sandbox there. You've got the Bored Ape Yacht Club. I see Spotify down there. Let's keep going. Big Time Games. Is that it? Is that it right there? Big Time? Is that who it was? Let's see. Let me look at it. PCG World. That's it. Okay, so you see this on one of the smallest emblems on the can here. TCG World. Now that one is built in is it Salinity, Trey? I don't remember the names of those damn those program languages. But it's really nice graphics. That's the ones where they got the dragons. You can run across the different worlds. That's what I'd like to see in a Shiba metaverse. You got a character, and you're running around an open place. You're interacting with people. You're interacting with the environment. And I believe TCG World and Unity have been working together. I think I heard that.
Okay, and I want to say, look, I'm looking at some stuff right now with Shiba Inu GG on, I want to say Twitter. I'm not even sure what it has to be, but it's the Shiba Inu Gaming Guild. Okay, and it's the official page, and Shaitoshi Kusama has posted a picture. This is back in July. I said July 30th, 2022. I don't know. It says 30 July 22. But it says get in position, and it's got a picture, and it says play side. But it has like a card on there, like get in position, give target friendly fighter to attack, attack, play, give target friendly fighter stealth. So it's kind of like a card game, but the company underneath it says play side, TM.
Play side. First I've heard of. I know Unity was into gaming.
Right.
I've seen some things. And that's good because, we can do so much in finance. We can do so much in.
Okay, so it had to have been 2022. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, you're good. We can do so much, but then you've got a whole crowd that we don't touch, and that's gamers, right?
Right.
And you need those two to mix. So that's really good. Really excited to see that. Barbie, I figured out how the real world property is going to work out. So, we've got virtual land. Fantastic with the Shiba state. And then here's how we get to real estate. There's a lot of islands down in the Bahamas, right?
Right.
A lot owned by the UK and different places. Well, I heard they're going bankrupt. So we're going to go down there and buy. Let's say we buy one, or we buy a chain of them, maybe 25 in a row consecutively. A lot of them. Well, I think then you would probably run it through the doggy DAO in the Cayman Islands, maybe. I don't know how. Maybe that's not the correct way to do it. But you run it through there, and then you bring it into the guild. You bring that land into the state. Does that sound about right? You think that's probably what they'll end up doing in the future?
I think I think the Cayman Islands is correct because he does mention it. So yeah.
Oh man, what about the Cayman Islands? I got family that comes from there.
So here's what that's all about. So the doggy DAO, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but the doggy DAO is formed in the Cayman Islands, and
what?
They're a third party. It's called the Cayman Island Company
Foundation.
Foundation.
No way, dude. I did not know this. I'm excited right now.
Yes, sir. And they're a third party trade, and what they do is they kind of
they're like Switzerland.
Yeah, they're Switzerland.
Right. I heard about that. Yeah.
They enforce what we want to do. Like, let's say the group votes to do this. Well, the Cayman Islands is kind of the third party that makes sure it happens. If that makes sense.
Right, yep. Right.
Responsible party. Pretty dope.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. I don't know about any of that, but I know that they're strict. We got grandma right now. She's got money, for when they used to teach. They were teachers in Cayman Islands and divers. And she's he's passed away, and she's going through her stuff, and she's got money in the Cayman Islands. It's in Cayman, so she's got $7,000 in Cayman money. And they told her, she called up and asked about it, and they were like, "Yeah, you have it here still, but you got to come here and get it." They won't do no transfers, nothing like that. They're like, you got to come get it.
Yeah, there was a movie that came out once about that. I think I don't remember, but the woman was getting divorced from her husband, and she had she had found his Cayman Islands, the bank. So she flew in and and closed that thing because her name was on it. She was the one who had signed it. It was cute. I mean, you get it.
Yeah. But she's in her like 80s, like, you know what I mean? That'd be just a long trip for her to go and get that little bit of money. And
no, of course.
Nobody else can get it but her.
Wow.
Yeah, my second side of the family, they come from diving over there. They used to dive in Cayman.
That is so cool, Trey. You, you guys have been on the water, huh? All your lives.
All life, yeah.
That's
Even
a
the
beautiful.
second, even the other half.
That's a beautiful thing. Let me tell you.
Trey's
That's a
Coast
real
Guard,
fortune.
Coast Guards, divers, and just beach lovers.
Water is your friend.
Hey, look, Trey knows the ins and outs of that ocean and of the wildlife out there and of the environment out there. Trey knows how to safely take from that fucking ocean and give back when he can. Ain't that right, T Diddy?
Oh yeah, that's right, dude. Just treat it with respect, dude, for sure. She can take from you if you don't give back to her.
Oh yeah, wow. True. Yeah,
And my
that's
dad, he does his own little thing. He's got like this low country crypto thing going, and that's what he does on his YouTubes. And he goes around, he does a little free thing. He owns his own little website. He provides free service, charts and all that shit, and does his YouTubes too. And he goes around cleaning up the local beaches that he's at in South Carolina.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great way to do this stuff. I mean, even when I'm at work, when we hang out at lunch or whatever, we're talking, it's gonna have to be part of it, be one-on-one, because people have to not only be taught how to do it, but
Right.
that foundation has to be laid. So it's one thing to come in and play with your money and, invest and all these things. It's
Right.
another thing to join this because you want a different way of life.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is really hard to teach people too. Like, I've tried to teach friends and stuff like that. I've set them up with wallets. I've even gave them like I remember a guy I gave like probably $250 a feg, and like I was like wrote down the seed phrase and everything. Don't lose this. Set it up.
Mm-hmm.
I sent him like 2 months later. He's like, "Hey man, what's going on with that?" I was like, "Man, it's blowing up, man. That 250 is probably about like 22,500." Like what? And then I was like more or less like 2,500, but he still couldn't find a seed phrase. But even before that, right? I was trying to teach him all this. It took like 3 times of him coming over to my house to do it. Set him up with a wallet, all that other shit. Like he just, the typical person gets, after an hour, they're like, "Really, you gotta go through all this?" And
Oh yeah,
I'm like, "Yeah, man." They just want to be able to buy it and watch it.
Yeah, that's why you do. That's why you do it the way you do, Trey. You give it to them, like you say. You give them the seed phrase. Now that brings up a really good point. We talked about it this week. Bank of Shibarium, BOS. Yeah, it's an asset out there on the blockchain that is a locker. Okay, that's the technology that it does. It locks up liquidity for other people's tokens. Let's just say for new tokens, but it also locks up data. From what I understand, that's what we were taught this week. So,
Yeah,
seed phrase being the data can in the future go to the Bank of Shibarium and be held there where it will not be lost, right? Held in cold storage, air gapped, probably all this good shit. The best we can get it. So I'm loving the future because that's not like going to a regular bank. That's still self-banking, but that is self-banking that is backed up and protected.
Mm. That's such freedom. My goodness, how fortunate, right? I mean, do you
Yeah,
see that?
yes,
And
it gives.
people had the foresight to say, "Hey, you know what? We're gonna take care of this for them before we even start." I'm like, come on,
Before we
that
even
is
start.
what a beautiful thing.
I like it, Barbie. I really, really like it. It could integrate into one of those wallets. Yeah, the future is really bright, guys, and I'm so glad that we get together and we talk about the cutting edge parts of it because we really sharpen each other.
Too, John. We're talking about that feg, right? I'm surprised nobody else has ever. I mean, it might be. Maybe I don't see it or don't know about it, but the reward system, right? Not only was there burns, you got rewarded from that, and then the burns from the buys and sells. That was our main motto. Go ahead and sell. I'm earning from your sale.
Yep,
You
earning
know what I
from
mean?
your. Yep.
Not only am I earning from your sale, my supply's worth more every time you sell. It's getting lower and lower, but I'm also earning off of that, and you can watch your money go up every day.
That is such a great. I mean, think about that. It's just beautiful. It's such a beautiful thing. That's
It
what
was.
Shiba Wings is. That's what Shiba Wings is all about, isn't it, John? John?
You know, great question. I think you're right, Barbie. He may actually be stopping by the show in a few minutes. He's in some meetings right now, but Jason from Shiba Wings, love what they're doing down there. At the very least, they're burning profits in Shiba with every order. I mean, they're taking a percentage of their profits, buying Shiba and burning it on the market at least every quarter, but that translates into every meal. And when the world does more, just a tiny bit more of that, and it starts catching on like it is right now, guys, we're going to see a total change in the way people perceive money.
Yep.
Right.
I agree.
Shout the restaurants that are doing that because they're the most.
What was the burn values on Feg, dude? Was it like was it 3% or 1% burn back, something like that?
Yep,
Or
1-1.
Yeah, 1-1. That's right.
1-1. And you're right, it is a great model. The only thing they were missing there was that marketing. Not that they didn't have, they had a million marketing heads.
Yeah, we were the market.
Everybody that marketed was the head of marketing because that is deep, right? That's what we learned.
Yep.
And but it takes not only money, right? Marketing sometimes takes money, and they spent on the billboard in New York. They spent
dude.
the bus, but these aren't very effective ways of marketing crypto. They're just not. Okay, so read it to us. Pawsar just got an announcement.
You know what has been more profitable, I think, than the bus itself was, the cones on top of the taxis type of deal. You know how they always have different little, marketing things on top of those?
Yeah.
Yeah. So people see it every day. So it kicks in,
What does it say though, Rich?
No, it's just the thing that says create an account profile library. Create an account.
So Pawsar is open to create an account right now. Is that right?
No, I don't know if they.
I think they were saying about 2 days ago that you can get it. Now I don't know how to do it. Don't ask me, but I did go to their link tree and shout out to Pawsar for whatever the hell y'all are doing over there. Reggie, tell us more about that mirror talking about earlier. The mirror between X Fund and there was a mirror between Elon too, right? What was that? What was going on?
But it was. I didn't see that. Somebody else saw it, but I took a picture of it and funny.
Mm-hmm.
What it was? Hold on, I took a picture. Let me read it to you.
They're saying Elon's connected, Barb, and we've always thought that. And then today they were saying something about a mirror, and it would be EM is Elon.
Wasn't that mirror in Ching? I thought I had.
What?
I think yeah. Oh, I think it was sent to our group from Ching.
From Ching.
That's what happened. Yeah.
Audience, if you don't know about Ching the Celestial Dragon, check that group out on Telegram. Check out their Twitter. Very connected group to all this technology around the Shibarium and the L2.
Truly amazing. Mm-hmm.
Truly amazing. And
Eric. Oh my gosh.
So the FANG.
Hey, let me ask y'all this. I think I want to say I seen the other day. It said Shiba Swap prices up or down at the same time. And I was like, hold on. So I can buy Shiba Swap now, like I used to Pancake?
No. I don't think so. No.
It's just the way it said it. It said Shiba Swap prices were down. So I don't know if that means the projects or tokens underneath Shiba Swap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I took it as like, oh, hold on. I want some Shiba Swap.
Right. Shiba is the Shiba Swap.
I bought into Pancake when it was young, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That bought Shiba because Shiba is that Pancake. Shiba is, especially now that they're on their. Well, I was going to say now that
I see it. That's the way I see it with the L2 and everything. I'm just thinking about that, man.
Yep. Yeah. So the L2 runs the bone. Shiba is still the governance token for the Shiba Swap, and then Tree more token.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's the utility that it promised when it came out. Shiba was that, we're going to have a Shiba Swap, and Shiba will be the exchange token.
Okay.
Pretty dope.
That's why I can't believe everything you see on the internet. That's why. But it got me excited. I was like, okay, hold on. If there's some Shiba Swap, I want some.
Right. It'd be like buying Binance coin or buying Ether very cheap.
Right.
That's what Shiba was. Well, look, this is Shibas and Talk Daily, and we'll be right back at you. We'll see you tomorrow night, and we love you. Have a great Saturday night. Peace. I just killed it just in